Hola, 'tis I, Alycia. We're going to look into the Sasquatch. I don't know much about the Sasquatch. All I can tell you is about what I know about the Sasquatch in terms I used to work with one. Sit down, boys and girls. I'm going to tell you a story about the Sasquatch I used to work with. So, he literally, we thought he was. And he was just an odd guy, you know. He worked at this, we worked at a family company. Not my family, but it was, he was married into the family. And he was just an odd fellow, you know. We used to work next to a major freeway, and, you know, cars would pull over, and he and his wife used to work there, and his wife, she always used to talk funny, like, "Oh, what are you doing? Oh." So she always talked like that, and he was just, like, very, like, matter of fact, but weird. Like, in case there was, like, you know, it was a place kind of outside of LA, not LA proper, but one of the towns around. And I don't remember when it was. There was something that they were worried, like, you know, riots are going to happen or who knows what. And he was just like, "Oh, you know, I could just go on top of the building and that good old Vietnam training will come right back to me." I'm like, and then some guy would, like, their car would break down, or they stopped on the side of the road, you know, take a leak, and his wife would be like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" And he's like, "I believe they're taking a urination." So, yeah, and he always used to, like, he'd talk on the phone, he'd be like, "Hello, how are you? Yeah, can I pencil you in? Yes, for lunch, yes, I'll probably be driving a Tahoe." He only had one car, a Tahoe. I don't know what he probably thought, what else he's going to be driving. But anyway, so I used to work with a Sasquatch, but he's not the real one. So I was at the Barnes & Noble over the weekend, and I picked up these books. They're pretty cool. So there's all sorts of cool stories in them. I obviously haven't read them all, but this one is Unsolved Mysteries, Bizarre Events That Have Puzzled the Greatest Minds, written by Joel Levy. So there's one of you guys asked me about the Sasquatch, and this is a story about the Bigfoot, Sasquatch, and the Yeti. Oh, I'm trying to get my glasses off top of my head, like, you know how us old people do it, can't see anything. I was just going to read a little bit out of this because actually I don't know much about the Sasquatch. Okay, so 8 men are large, hairy, man-like creatures. Exactly what I worked with. Best known types are Bigfoot and the Yeti, but dozens of others have been reported from Hawaii and New Zealand to Venezuela and Africa. Typical report describes a 10-foot high creature with a large head, heavy brows, and long ape-like arms, which is covered in brown or black fur, and often smells repulsive. Now, the Sasquatch I worked with, I didn't get close enough to smell him, but he did have thick black fur on his knuckles and I believe on his back, but, you know, if you didn't keep up with it, poof, poof, it'd pop out the back, yeah. And some types, such as the orange pendek of Sumatra, are much smaller than us, around 4 feet high. Interesting. Well, he wasn't 10 foot tall. He was probably like 6 foot. But, so, they talk about these Sasquatch, and let's see, there's theories. According to conventional scientific thinking, modern humans are the only surviving members of the hominid family. Okay. They might be a part of an extinct hominid labeled Homo florensis. I don't know. Scientific word too mucho for me. AKA the Hobbit. I can get that one. So these are like ape men that are relics, like, I guess like old cavemen-y type, or they might be cryptids. The Bigfoot and the Yeti could be, oh God, surviving examples of the Gigantopithecus, a relative of early man thought to have died out 300,000 years ago, while descriptions of the, okay, who cares? All right, so when we're getting to too many scientific words, my brain just goes, never mind. Let's see if they're real. I mean, when we're talking about scientists, and just my opinion, we're talking about scientists and their dating, carbon dating, and all these things that they supposed happened and whatnot. after the last year. You know, I'm not putting too much stock in it, much of anything that they say at this point. Just saying. So, let's see. Sasquatch. I'm not talking about my coworker. Do the Sasquatch, the Yetis, do they exist? Tell us about them. I'm curious. Oh, I gotta switch the screen. You guys are like, what the hell am I looking at? Now you're looking here. Here we go. Let's all look together. Well, yes they do. That's interesting. So yes, ding 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 ding, they exist. It's kind of interesting here though. It's like kind of like getting pushed out of their natural habitat. I don't know what that's about, but that's like they don't want to be pushed out of their natural habitats, whatever that is, maybe, don't know. That's like they like staying in the background, hidden, doing their life and whatnot. They don't like change. It kind of like, you know, it's kind of like if you had a plant that's like not supposed to be in bright sunlight and you put it out in bright sunlight and it's like all melty and burns. This is like they don't want to be out in the bright sunlight. They like their little shrouded hobbit land or wherever they live. They don't want to be brought out. It makes them upset, but apparently it's like they don't have a choice. It feels like their whatever natural habitats are getting encroached on or something. Yeah, it's like people keep spotting them and they're kind of like, no, and they keep hiding back. They don't really want to be seen or deal with anybody. At least whatever I'm tuning into now doesn't want to be seen with anybody. That's interesting. It's almost like humans have been, like, I don't know what humans or what group of humans. I don't know if this is the Yeti alliance of humans. I don't know if that exists. I'm just kidding. But it seems like there is some type of human relationship with some group of them trying to help them out. It would almost, in my mind, be like a forest conservationist type person. I don't know. Something like that. But it's almost like, we don't want your help. We don't want your help. Yeah, it's like we don't want your help. They're just working hard to just like do their own thing. They're like not in the mood for the humans. And they're like, they feel like they're like, it's a big struggle. Like, it's almost like, leave us alone. Leave us alone. Okay, interesting. So let's see. What are these stupid humans doing? You know, humans, dumb. Yep. All right, let's give us a good shuffle. But the Yeti committee has spoken out. They don't want our help. Leave them the hell alone. So what are these humans doing to them? I wonder if that's like, you know, our government's like captured them and done things to them. And they're like, hey, back off, brah. All right. Oh, they do not like humans. Get away. Get away. It's almost like they have to... They don't like the humans. It's almost like they have to, like, regenerate after their encounter with a human. It's, like, taxing. Don't like it. They keep trying to get away. But the humans have these weird plans. Like... Oh, you know what it is? Like a capture and release thing. That's why they don't want to be around the humans. Yeah. Because they're doing shit in the dark. They're like, it's secret. Like the humans, like there's actual like, I don't know what humans, but there's some, we'll just say, no bueno humans that are out here and they've captured some of them and it's to do nefarious shit. And so the, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti community keeps like retreating, like they don't want to get found. No, because they're feeling like a victim. Humans are doing some shit to them. They just realize that I don't know if there's some way that they have a higher type of intelligence or they have this way to communicate with humans, but something's going on where they're just like, whoa, we've had enough communication or interaction with your people and we don't want it anymore. Like, stop. It takes us a long time to recover. Like, we've had enough. Like, it's almost like, attention all Sasquatch, please. Do not interact with the humans. No bueno, no bueno. They don't want shit to do with humans. They're tired of getting jacked up with their stuff. Okay. So I'm guessing integration. Let's see. Is there like bad Yetis and good Yetis? Or are they all like the same? Like, is there... Let's look at what's the Yeti population about? Like, what's their purpose? I'm calling them Yetis. I don't know. If you're in the Sasquatch community and Yeti is an offensive term, please don't at me, because this is not something I ponder much unless I'm making fun of my former coworker, who's probably taking a urination in pens by now. But let's see. This is like a tight-knit little community of them. This is like, I don't even know how else to say this. It's like, it's almost like the only way I could say it is like if you had like Moses and he's got his tribe of people and he's like trying to keep them in line and everybody has to look up to Moses like, hey, what are we supposed to do here? Are we crossing or are we not? You know, you're going to part the seas? What are we doing here? So there's like a head, there's that patriarch, daddy, father figure, not George Michael, at the top of this. And so he is very much, he like runs the crew. Like, how do you think? How do you interact? How do you do everything? Like, there's like, he's kind of there like God. But they have a constant thing where it's like these youngins want to go out and interact with the world. I swear this has probably been the plot of some cartoon or movie or something, but it's always like that the youngins they're like, no, we can go out into the world and it's safe, and then they find out like, no, the evil humans are bad. I swear this is a plot of a movie and I cannot tell you what movie it is, but it's something similar to that. And so then the little ones, the youngins, they bring disaster and destruction back to the whole group of the Sasquatch, and they don't like it at all. So then they have to constantly keep fighting to keep their group together. Like, they're always having, the youngins are always like, they have this desire like, no, the humans have changed. And they're like, no, they haven't changed. Leave them the fuck alone. Stay away. We've already had a bad investment with them. So trust us when we tell you the stories. They're not myths. How interesting. So this just doesn't feel like, you know, how when we were doing that one on the aliens, how it was like there's good ones, bad ones kind of thing. This is like just one family kind of thing. I mean, if they're all over the world, I don't know if they like get together, hopping through portals. I don't know, but there's one dude who's in charge, and he's like, he lays it all out for him. How interesting. All right. So there's one family. All right, let's see. Will we ever fully know about them? Like, will we ever, like, just see them on the side of the road like a deer or a moose or a duck? Will we ever come to live together? I'm going to guess that's a no, but let's see. Nope. They don't want to be in the spotlight. They don't like it. They don't want it. They're happy doing what they're doing. They just rather you just keep chasing. If you get a glimpse, you know, keep chasing. But they have no desire to be fraternizing with us. No, they've already been hurt. Shot through the heart, you're to blame. You give humans a bad name. They do not want to meet you or Bon Jovi. No. So, that's what we got. That's pretty interesting. Anyway, thanks for sending in that question about the Sasquatch. Not what I expected to read on them, but I enjoyed it. So, please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Adios.